And hello and welcome back to another Let's Play. This time we're doing one of my favourites from the early PlayStation 1, or PlayStation 2 era, sorry. And if you don't know from that opening little animation of the character, this is Naughty Dog, doing, I suppose, what could be a quasi follow-up to the Command & Conquer series. This is Jak N Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. Developed by Naughty Dog, who also famously did the Crash Bandicoot games, of course, and went on to do, was it the Uncharted series? I think this actually began this development in the fourth Crash Bandicoot. And having just finished Wrath of Cortex, which was the first PlayStation 2 Crash Bandicoot game, which was of course developed by Traveller's Tales, they kind of gave away the license or something. I'm not too sure what the technical details behind that are. But obviously Naughty Dog went on to make Jak N Daxter, and the step up in quality compared to Wrath should be fairly evident. Now, no subtitles here, so we'll just let this intro play out.
The life energy of the world. What was their purpose, and why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall.
Even the rocks.
Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Green Eco, one of the wisest men on the planet.
Now this is actually the only Jak N Daxter game I've played. There was a Jak 2 and a Jak 3 released for the PlayStation 2, but I never got around to them, so we'll see if I do. Once we've finished up with Crash 1. Crash 1 with Jak N Daxter 1.
Hey, Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
I have to say the game looks gorgeous running through the PlayStation 2 emulator. So I'm happy with that. So we'll just get a little cutscene here setting up some of the mechanics of the game a little bit.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
I think you can actually, with OBS, pause the recording, which might come in handy at some point. I didn't really notice the feature there. So here we have the titular Jak N Daxter, who are kind of, I don't know if they're people exactly.
Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crap? Now I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jack, I think we're in trouble!
Go for it, Jak! So this will kind of set up a bit of a storyline premise for the game.
I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened. What? Okay. I'm fine.
Daxter in a bit of a kind of precarious situation, being turned into a mongoose. I'm not really sure what kind of animal he is meant to be there. I think it's a mongoose.
What in Green Tarnation do you two want? I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom,
The two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right. And then
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
look, old man. Are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
Animation stands up so well still, even the graphics, especially with the PS2.
Returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat.
So the game's setting up the premise for us right away.
That might work, but where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventure.
So you'll see this kind of sets up Jak N Daxter as being
Adventurer, at least.
a very collect-a-thon platformer,
Couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do
which I like.
anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
In there, before I turn you both into ferns.
So this will both serve as the tutorial for the game, as well as letting you unlock your first few power cells. And I have to say, the game looks and plays quite brilliantly running on the PlayStation 2 emulation. Now I just want to check and see if there's an option for subtitles. It's hard to know which exact... It actually looks like there's no subtitle option, which is a bit disappointing. Alright, well we'll carry on anyway.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
I did buy a PlayStation 2 HDMI emulator cable converter, and
Power cell in exchange.
although it looked nice, especially running on my actual monitor from my laptop, well, my PC, it just looks that little bit better while you've got it running on the PlayStation. So I'm quite happy to see even like a 20-odd-year-old game like this can still look and run amazing. So yeah, we'll just get this brief tutorial sequence.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-grab zoomer.
So the main mechanic of the game will be collecting these power cells, as well as other collectibles scattered throughout the level. For the Falcon, the replacement's been saved. Of course, that's fine. Not a game where I'm going to have to do much save state abuse, I should imagine. Jak N Daxter's really quite generous with the checkpoint system. How is it you beat these things? There we go.
To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air and then dive down onto it, hands first.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
Feels and looks really great, Jak N Daxter. Naughty Dog really masters of their craft. So you'll see, you'll get the power cells handed out quite readily.
Wow!
Sort of similar to collecting emeralds in Crash Bandicoot.
I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
And she's right there. Every single level will have there's a little mechanic being described here.
Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
So blue eco will be a huge mechanic throughout the game. As you'll see, it affects our speed, it picks up nearby items, and as the guy said, it will allow you to activate certain machines, for lack of a better term.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through.
As he said earlier, yep. Luckily, I know that there's a little booster here. So we'll just fill ourselves up on blue eco and then turn back.
Eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Now, there's multiple ecos. I remember green eco's your health, blue eco does this speed boost mechanic. And I'm sure there's like other colours, but it's been so long that I can't really remember how it works. Now I think there's 4 power cells we have to collect on this island here.
Good work. The blue eco caused the door to open. With blue eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
So yeah, there'll be a lot of sections where you're kind of timed, having to fill yourself up on blue eco and then run all the way to the end of the level. We're going to collect these last 2 precursor orbs. I think there should be 50 for the whole level to collect, so we're still missing quite a few. I always loved the little drum effect that would appear when you jumped on these. That's all there is to collect there, I think. Camera's a bit awkward, and there's no option to invert the controls, which is a bit disappointing.
Balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or 1 big green one to increase your health.
So yeah, that's how the health mechanic works with Jak N Daxter. You can basically take 3 hits unless you've filled up your eco. 4, I think, if you got it filled all the way, actually.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
The classic double jump mechanic, you love to see it. And that should be all the power cells for this level. You see that eco gets used to activate the lift there. Now, I think there's actually a section we could go down here, because we haven't got all the precursor orbs for the level. There's still 6 to find. And it'd be nice to find them now, so we don't have to come back here. Now, I believe they were down this way, where it first showed us the blue eco. Should have done this at the time, but I got a bit distracted.
Great! You found all of the power cells on the island. Come back to the warp gate so I can bring you back to the lab. Hurry up!
And that'll wrap up all the orbs for this level as well. So that'll be the finishing of is it Geyser Rock? The tutorial for Jak N Daxter, basically. Now, how do we get back to this this portal? Yeah, along this way past the spikes, I believe. Good satisfying double jump, always a fun thing to have in a game. And that should take us right back to the hub world and let us get started properly.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
This is just the start.
We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now,
Oh, the green sage is a bit rattled. Well, that'll give us the proper start to the game here, and if I push start, you should see that we have a lot of precursors. No, there's only the 50 for this little village here. So I think there'll be a lot of villagers to talk to, though. A lot of them will only give you a power cell if you have a certain amount of orbs. So we do want to keep our eye out and pick up any orbs. None hidden around the corner here. No, doesn't look like it. Could be fairly easy to miss one. Well, miss several actually. Now there's a cool mechanic when you jump in the water in Jak N Daxter. If you try and swim too far out, this massive fish just comes and gobbles you up. So we might as well meet the villagers here so we can get an idea of what's going to be asked of us. And also give us a chance to pick up some scout flies. Thanks for clarifying that, Daxter. Oh, there's another one in the corner there. That's handy.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. Boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing. If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
Well, that gives us a lot to hunt for. I think there's 101 power cells in the game, just to give you some idea of exactly what you're going for. So we've got, is he the mayor? Something like that. I think he's gave us our first objective. Anyone in here to speak to? No, this is where we got the scout fly. Can hear buzzing though. Is that under the bridge yet? There we go. So yeah, there's like a huge audio cue with the scout fly. You can hear them from quite a distance away. You can switch that camera around a bit quicker if you hit triangle, but it feels kind of awkward. We'll talk to this person here.
You ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Is he a squirrel? I actually kind of want to search. What kind of animal is Daxter?
My muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around,
He's an otzel, half otter, half weasel.
you know? Right now,
Well, there you go.
chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute.
I don't think we'll be getting that for quite a while. I don't think you go to Misty Island for a long time from what I remember. But that certainly might come up later on. I'm not sure if we've visited all the houses across the bridge here, did we? It was just the 3 here. I don't think we went in that house. Let's see what this lady has to say.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainfrey. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
So people lining up to give us power cells for little favours. Good to see it's not all just collecting precursor orbs. I seem to remember it being a bit more like that. What's this guy got to say?
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man trying to get him back into the corral?
Voice acting is really high quality, I have to say. So we'll find another scout fly, and the option to get a. I'm sure if you push select or start, yeah, it gives you options on how to do that. Now I'm not sure how you get these in the pen.
Gotta bring in the crops from the June burst.
There's one. This seems pretty easy to do, really. Just looks like we've got the 4 of them to deal with, so hopefully that's the last one. Oh no, this way, son, this way. Is that it? Or was there one around the corner here? Or do I have to talk to him afterwards?
Hey, my yak cows are still on the loose.
Oh no!
Bring it back for me already?
Must be missing one. Where are you? Oh, there he is. Oh, no, go back.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Nice, that'll be another one in the bag then.
Oh, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Not gonna argue with that. Now, I think you're quite close to the end of the village at this point. Is this not where it sort of goes to a new area? Yeah, that takes us to the Forbidden Jungle. I'm just going to stick around in here for a bit longer. And try and collect up the orbs, see what more there is to do. Now, I think that'll count as the first. No, it doesn't actually count towards that yet. This Fire Canyon area, this is why we're collecting the 20 power cells.
Fuel my heat shield. You can't cross Fire Canyon until you collect enough power cells.
So, of course, yeah, we need the 20 power cells. How are we doing for precursor orbs? Only got the 20. So it's still a fair amount to go. I saw a scout fly up there. Not sure how I get up that way though. Approach it from the other side maybe? Ah yeah, we'll climb up this way. Now, we'll see that statue with the glowing eyes off in the distance. I don't think it's actually worth going there till you have enough orbs to collect things from him. But we can at least jump this way. There might be a scout fly. Of course there is. Oh, messed up with a jump there. And that'll be what, our 6th scout fly. Camera kind of going a bit crazy here.
Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
Wonder why that only just went off. One more to find. Oh, I accidentally skipped a voice line there.
Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
So yeah, this guy wants a lot of orbs before we can get what we're after. So we'll not be back here for a fair while yet, I should think. Now there's some blue eco up there, and it's probably up there for a good reason, so let's see what we can do.
What a weird looking thing. I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff. We've scrounged enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
I'm not too sure exactly which one was it only the 90 we need? Well, how many have we got? Is there a HUD button? 94, so was it this man here? Yeah, it was.
So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope. Yeah. Oh, it is a sizable contribution. Well, I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
Of course it does. I'll chalk another one off the list. So already up to 6 power cells, pretty good going, and we'll be laughing if we can find this last scout fly before the episode's out. How many power cells left in the village? 240 orbs for the Oracle, the scout flies, and then one that we're missing. So I would really like to find this last fly. Oh, I see it on the beach over there. Nice. Now I wonder what this extra additional one is. Was it not for clearing the mayor's?
Right. You found all the scout flies in this area.
Thanks for confirming, Daxter. Daxter. Okay, well, we'll move on to Sentinel Beach. Already got our first scout fly. Oh, there's a power cell just sitting in the middle of nowhere there. And didn't think it would be that easy.
Pelican just snagged a power cell. Let's go kick some big bird butt.
Well, we do need to clear those eco vents there off in the distance. So
All metal boxes are thicker than a yakkow skull, but there must be something that can bust them open. All right, treasure.
these can only come in handy. I might as well pick them up. Now we're coming up to the half-hour mark here, so
All right, more orbs.
I'll probably want to call it a day for the end of the episode here. Is that maybe a last power cell we can pick up before we Oh yeah, just one sitting out in the open. Okay, well that's been half an hour, so we'll call it an end there. And that'll do for episode 1 of Jak N Daxter. But hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back next time with episode 2. So, till then.